Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Tracy Gohrick Light, Hope and Healing. I'm Tracy Gohrick. I'm a healing coach, energy healer, and spiritual mentor. I work with you to get well, find out what's wrong, and keep you well. So I'm so glad you're here with me today. Today's topic is why it's hard to heal and change and what you can do about it. So this topic comes up a lot, and I've noticed it within myself. When things get difficult, right? When things get difficult, we tend to like quit or stop or not want to push ourselves through. And I really started to notice it with myself and others and my clients around me when it really came to my attention when I decided to do the 100 things I'm grateful for. And I noticed, at first when I was told to do that years ago, I was like, oof, that's a lot. That's going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort, right? And what happens is when something seems difficult in our perception, we tend to not do it, right? When things get hard, we want to run. When we have to delve into our emotions and why we're hurting, we want to run. We don't want to deal with hard. And that's because the way it's been made in society, basically taught, or we'll just say taught, that when it's difficult, it's time to go. You don't face it, you just run. And that is the problem too right now, right? Because if we just keep running and don't do the things to help us heal, to help us understand why we're where we're at, to help us understand why we're stressed, to help us understand why we're angry, to help us understand why we're unhealthy. When we don't want to do what we perceive, and if that's the thing I'm going to talk about today, it's a perceived thing that's hard, then we just don't do it. And when we don't do it, we don't get well. It's all of it, all right? So back to the 100 things. I noticed, okay, first for me, okay, write 100 things every day for 100 days. Eesh, that's hard. How am I going to do that? How am I going to get through that, right? Because it takes time and effort, and it's making a conscious choice to do something like that. In the end, it's not hard, is it? Because you just have to write 100 things. Oh, but wait, it's coming up with 100 things you're grateful for. Really? If we can't think of 100 things we're grateful for, why are we where we're at, right? If we can't see the beauty that's all around us, there's a reason we're where we're at. So think about that, okay, when things get difficult. The next thing I noticed for myself is I started doing intermittent fasting. I've kind of been doing it, pretty much for probably about a year. But I started doing it like more consciously and really setting times that I was eating. I started with 10:30 to 4:30. So I was doing an 18 on, 6 off. Yeah, 18 on, 18 not eating, and 6 eating. And so that would basically entail probably 2 meals. So I was doing that for a long time. And then I got to where I wasn't eating breakfast. Then I got to where I didn't like to eat dinner, and I certainly didn't like to eat late because that wasn't making me feel good, right? And so I kind of quit doing that. And then I noticed even when I would just go eat whatever I wanted, I still wasn't feeling good, right? So now I have it probably to a 20 on and 20 off eating and 4 on. And even that, it's probably smaller because it's basically one meal and maybe a snack. And I feel really good doing that, right? But what I noticed is okay, I want to do a whole day of fasting, or maybe up to 3 days of fasting every so often, not all the time, maybe every quarter, every 3 months or so. Because I saw this video where it says, not intermittent, but fasting for 3 days will set your immune system. And if you've been following my videos, I've been kind of sick this year, right? So I thought, well, that could be a good idea. Well, again, I went into panic mode. Now with the intermittent fasting though, I've been noticing it's like, okay, well, I want pasta, I want some fried rice, I want some French fries, which all of those don't make me feel good. And I went into a little bit of a, like, I won't say depression, but got a little bit down because it's like, well, now I can't have the foods that I really love. But when I have those foods, I don't feel good. So do you see what I'm saying? We've got to really change our mindset and really push ourselves through the things that we feel are difficult. Because I went, this is difficult. I want to have what I want to eat. Because my whole life I've been able to eat what I wanted to eat. And now I'm trying, trying to help myself really feel better. I mean, over the years, I've slowly changed things, but now it's getting, you've got to keep changing and adapting as your physical body changes and your mental body changes. You got to start adapting to it. So now I've had to up it again, right? And so again, what I've noticed is I went into a little bit of this is difficult and not wanting to do it. In fact, falling off in, eating later or eating things that I really shouldn't eat. For me, I'm not saying for you, for me. You have to decide for you what is right for you to eat and what you feel the best at eating. Because it's different for everybody. Some people can eat certain things and other people can't. So you have to learn what's right for you. And that's following your intuition, following how you feel after you eat things. Okay, so remember, pay attention to that. Now, that's a sure sign though. When you feel icky after something, don't eat it anymore. Okay? So then we get to my big old one is sweets. We don't want to hold off on sweets because sure enough, I've noticed for me, if I get down to lose a couple of pounds, then I start craving all the things, like the sweets, like the French fries, like the fried rice. And then it gets like, again, a little bit depressing. And so what do? Rather than feeling into the problem, feeling the icky, because we feel it, and we don't want to feel the icky, we want to run, and running would be to having the thing we want, like the sweets or the French fries or the fried rice, right? Or fried chicken, whatever. Those are the things that I've been wanting. Can you tell? So what happens is we don't want to feel the downness of it. And rather than working on feeling better without the food, we want to run to the food. Okay? So why is that? And I've talked about that in another video. I'll link it in the description. But why is that, right? Okay, I want to talk about one more that came up. I started taking cold showers. Saw a video that helps the immune system take cold showers, and it really rejuvenates you, livens you up for the day. And so I started doing it. First day, oh, it was a shocker. Second day, a little bit even worse because I did it for longer. I slowly increased. I started at 1 minute, and now today I went to 5 minutes. I did pretty much 30-minute increase, 30-second increases. As I went, okay? I'll tell you real quick how I did it. You get in the shower, have your shower, do all your stuff, and then when you're done, I just stood under the water and slowly turned it down to cold so it's not as shocking to you. And then I counted 1 minute the first day. And then the next day, 1.5 minutes, the same thing. Got all my showering done, slowly turned it down, and then count the time that I'm standing under there. They say 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to keep it at 5 for now. I'm up to 5, and let me tell you, once you get to it and you overcome it, it's awesome. And believe me, I like my hot showers. So that being said, back to it. I started doing it, did it 1 minute. The second day, I almost went into a panic attack. So I had to calm my mind, closed my eyes, and just calmed my mind and just counted, right? So then the next day, we were in a hurry. We had to go to my son's baseball game. And so I was like, okay, I just won't do it. And I was like, no, you're going to do it. So do you see? I was trying to run from it. Any excuse I could to get away from doing it. So it's about being strong in that and just doing it. Because what? It's a little bit of uncomfortable. Well, think about how your mind will be, how strong you'll be in your mind when you overcome these things and don't just run or run to them, run to the food or run away from the thing you're trying to do. You know, I had people start out with writing the 100 things they were grateful for. It lasted maybe a day or so because it was time consuming. And I'm not saying you have to do these things, but I'm giving examples and something for you to look at. Why? Why is it difficult for you? Why do you want to run? Why do you not want to do difficult things? And in the end, after you do them, you're going to look back and realize it wasn't that difficult, right? It's not difficult for me to stand in the shower. What's difficult is your mind panicking like, oh, this is going to be uncomfortable. What's difficult with the 100 things is, oh, that's time consuming. Well, we need to take time for ourselves. In order to heal, we really need to take time for ourselves. Make these efforts, okay? So what I've noticed also, we don't heal. We don't see what's really going on and why we're having the anger, pain, anxiety, health issues, stress, because we don't want to look really deep inside to what caused it, because we're afraid to re-feel those things that got us there, okay? Because it would make us sad. We'd just re-feel it again. The thing is, if you just do it, it's not as bad as you're going to think, most likely. I'm not saying across the board, but most likely it's not. But here's the thing. If you don't do it because you don't want to feel it again, you're going to cause health issues within you if you haven't already. So the thing is, it doesn't have to be painful to look at what's going on, to look at what the past traumas are that are causing you right now the issues. It doesn't have to be as bad as you think. It's about talking yourself through it and understanding that you had a soul plan. These are things I've used for myself to overcome. You had a soul plan. So you asked to experience this for whatever reason. The other person has had probably a bad childhood themselves, which has caused them to hurt you in whatever way. Okay, there's several things it could be that you can talk yourself through so you have an understanding and it'll help you heal. It doesn't have to be painful. Okay, remember that it doesn't have to be painful. But you have to look at it. You have to look at what is going on and you have to see what it is. So that's why so that in turn goes back to all the other things we just discussed. You're afraid, and they kind of get on top of each other. You're afraid to look at your feelings. So you're afraid to do the other things to help you heal. And if we just keep running, then we're not going to heal and get better. So the first step is really looking at, why am I angry? Why am I stressed? Why am I hurting? What's causing the anxiety? And journaling will help you. So just start writing. When you're having a hard time and there's emotions there and you're angry, start journaling about it. Eventually you might not have to, but some people love to keep journaling. I did it at first, but now I can look and see it right away, what it is, and be like, okay, we don't need to go there now. It's okay. Now, I know these are seem simple terms, but it's about talking to yourself to overcome it, okay? It's about doing the things you perceive as hard, but promise you, once you do them, you're going to look back and be like, that wasn't that hard. Every day I get in the shower like, oh, I'm going to do the cold shower. But I get out and I feel great, and I'm like, that wasn't that hard. Writing the 100 things I was grateful for 100 days, every day. But no, it wasn't that hard. I started to look forward to it because I was looking for good everywhere. It changes your mindset. And when you do the hard things, then you know you can do hard things and you don't stop yourself from doing it. So it's about taking the little steps. And the 100 things you're grateful for, the cold showers, intermittent fasting, whatever resonates with you, even more than those things. These are ones I've just done recently, so I'm sharing them. Even more than that, though, you do those things Yes, find out it's not that hard and you feel accomplished that you did something, and that helps your mental state also. Okay? So, now that being said, I hope that's helped you. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'm coming from my experiences and my recent ones because we're constantly working. Even people that are healers, they're still working on themselves. Okay? And that's why they are able to help give you the advice is because they've been through it. So remember that. So if you need any more help, I have a group program. We'd love to have you in there. This helps give you the accountability. These videos are awesome and they help you. The problem is sometimes we need more accountability, which has always been a thing for me, which is why I started the group. I love having people to go through things with, to work through things with, and that's what the Tracy Sacred Tribe membership is. So the link will be down below in the description. We'd love to have you in there. We meet twice a month on Tuesdays in a Zoom call where we have topics and answer questions. Then Mondays, I do a message for the group. And Wednesdays, you post what you want healing sent to, and I send healing. Also, when we meet in Zoom, we do a group healing in there too. So it's a lot of fun. There's other people in there that are going through things just like you, and you can help each other out, and I'm in there to help you too. All right, so that's what I've got for today. Let's get ready for the healing meditation. If you're driving or using heavy equipment, stop the video now because this can put you a little bit out of sorts and relax you, and you don't want to be doing anything like that. So come back and finish the video later when you're not driving or using heavy equipment. All right, so let's get ready. Go ahead, close your eyes. You can lay down, sit up, whatever it is most comfortable for you. I want you to imagine the violet flame below your feet coming up and around and through your whole body. It's cleansing, clearing, and purifying everything. Any negative thoughts that come up, any anger, stress, frustration, just put it in the violet flame. And now anything you feel that may have come from others, any anger, any arguments, any traffic situations you may have had, just put it in the violet flame. And then finally, from the consciousness, we tend to pick up what is in the consciousness, and there's a lot of fear, a lot of anger, a lot of stress. So just put it in the violet flame because, again, that is not yours to deal with. I want you to imagine now the gold light coming down to the top of your energy from God's source, whatever is your belief. It splits apart at the top of your head and goes all the way around to below your feet. Connects back at your feet, so in this bubble of gold light of protection. All right, we've left the violet flame there, so we're going to take a deep breath in now. Hold it, and then exhale everything into the violet flame that's no longer serving you. Another deep breath in. Hold it, and exhale. One last deep breath in. Hold it, and this time on the exhale, relax your whole body. Again, bring the gold light down from God's source, whatever your belief is, into the top of your head this time. It's going to go all the way down to your heart. You're going to open your heart, and we're going to send gold light to those that have harmed you. And this is one way to help you heal. So send the gold light now to those who have harmed you. Remember, this is to help you heal. It's not that you need to hang around them, be around them. It's just for you to heal the situation. So send the gold light now. Now I want you to add sending gold light to those you have harmed, consciously or unconsciously. So if you don't know of any, send it with the intention that it goes to those you have harmed. And this again is to help you heal and them. So send the gold light now to the ones you may have hurt. Now add sending gold light to your family, Now add sending gold light to everyone in your city. Now add sending gold light to everyone in your state. And now add sending gold light to everyone in your country. And now add sending gold light to everyone around the world. All right, when you feel that's done, bring the gold light back into your heart. Leave your heart open. Take that gold light down your spine the rest of the way. It splits at your hips, goes down both feet, down both legs, out the bottom of your feet, into Mother Earth, wraps around the crystals of Mother Earth, back up your feet, up your legs, connects back at your spine, all the way up your spine, out the top of your head, up to God's source, back down into your head. So you're getting healing from God's source, earth, the crystals, and I'll send healing that's coming through me from God's source. So sit back and relax, and I'll send it now. Okay. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Hold it. And then exhale everything that came up for you in that healing that needs to be released. We're going to take that violet flame, send it back up to God's source to transmute it. Go ahead and open your eyes now. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Come back in your body fully. All right, guys, that's what I have for today. Thank you so much for being here. Go do something you love, something that lifts you up, brings you joy. Every day, do at least one thing that does that. Then do one thing of self-care every day. Drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate. At least one of those every day. And then look for the good in everything. And when you see something in somebody, say it to them. Help lift them up and lift you up. And then write 10 things you're grateful for. Start doing these things and you will see a difference in your life, I promise. I'd love to hear from you all, so leave me a comment to let me know if you've tried those things and if it's helped you. So have a great day. I love you all and I will see you soon. Bye.